Alright, Dinnerbone, we need to have a talk here because this is unacceptable, alright? Villagers are not meant to have a voice, okay? They are meant to simply be subjugated and manipulated and bent to my will, alright? That's all they're here for. They don't need to make noise. They don't need to make their Squidward nasal farting noises, alright? I look at them, and when I'm done with them, I dispose of them. That is all. Please put it back the way it was. Thank you. Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Tango here, and yeah, as you can tell, I'm not too crazy about the new villager sounds. Yeah, they kind of drive me batty. But anyway, so yeah, I've been a little bit busy. I did some work off camera, and I'm going to show you what I did. As many of you guys know, my old Infinite Villager spawner, the one I did, let me think, was it like episode 3? 4? Something like that? Am I going to live here? Ooh, good. It was right here, and I tore it all out. I'm probably going to dig up some of the sandstone too. And I replaced it with my new design. I didn't want to make that an episode because you guys have all seen how it's built, but here it is. I'm happy with how it turned out. Pretty much exactly like the tutorial. So for those of you guys that are new subs, you might not have caught the video. I made a full tutorial on how to build this Infinite Villager spawner. Check it out if you're looking to do one. It works pretty well. It's very easy to build. I made one customization here though, like instead of having the water elevator be right here in the middle, I just kind of diverted the stream. Oh, thank you for demonstrating, my friend. I just diverted the water stream so that, because that's where the water elevator was, so made some minor adjustments. But yeah, I didn't make the room that exciting or anything. Oh, I should mention, we're super close to the zombie spawner for the villager blender. I don't know if you can hear the zombies. There goes one now. So like when we stand here in this corner, the zombie spawner is active for the villager blender. Old school. Seems like forever ago. It's only been like 6 months. But yeah, I wanted to leave some space in here to kind of, so I can come down and check on the villagers, see how they're doing, make sure the hearts are happening. But I should also mention that, with this thing here, it's holding like, 44 in there. So it's always like kind of in the mid-40s. So we got about 45 villagers here. Merchant Hall holds 18 when it's full. Add in a couple more like in transit, like that guy is now, and I think there's like still a handful in the original original village. Bottom line is, I'm pushing close to 70 or so villagers, and I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with the Iron Trench and some of the reasons why it would fail. I'm not going to go into details. There's a full write-up in the FAQ video about maximum number of villagers loaded, but I'm starting to push it, so I got to be careful. I'm going to keep my eye on my trench and see if it fails some of its rebuilds, and if it does, I may have to, I'll probably knock this down. This thing's modular, so this is like the 9x9. I'll probably knock it down to like a 7x7 or something like that, which, would make me a little sad because it's going to cut down my rates for my merchant hall, but, so be it. I'll live with it. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys the changes down here. This is a little bit of strip mining I did one night when I was bored watching TV. And we all know who's down here. I haven't visited him in quite some time. Oh, look at him coming to greet us. How's it going? How nice of you. You must have heard us, huh? Hey? How's it going, Slappy? Long time. Still the doorman. I can't imagine what other title you might have besides the doorman. Alright, catch you later, man. Alright, let me head back up, and we are going to get started with today's project. Who's having a party here? What do you guys think this is, huh? You're not invited. I don't think so, buddy. These are my minions, not yours. Get your own. I said get your own. You too. No party here, alright? You can't reach him anyways. Get lost. I don't think so, bucko. So now that I got my infinite village spawning system working again, and let me tell you, it was out of commission for quite some time there. I didn't really talk about it, but I haven't had a flow of villagers coming through Merchant Hall in quite some time, so it feels good to have this hooked up again, and now that it is, it really makes me want to start trading again. And, you know, like, so I've got ways of getting all of these resources, right? I can do my trading, but, you know, we're not exactly bursting at the seams here, you know? It's, yeah. So I'm kind of doing a lot of thinking, and I'm coming to the realization, and I'm okay with it at this point. You know, I wasn't before, but I am now. So the realization is that everything I build in my world is never final. You know, this guy here, he's already on his second version. I tried to make a meat processing center. That first time, it failed, and then I came up with this one. You know, all three of these designs here, I'm really pleased with. They're all custom designs, which is the important thing. You know, this is kind of what I'm about here, is trying to do things on my own for the most part, with exceptions, and today's going to be one of them. But, you know, when you make custom designs of your own, you got to expect, you know, multiple versions. You know, like I said, this one's on the second one. This guy here, he's 90% working, but he's got some critical flaws in it. The chicken's glitched through the glass that I got to fix. The comparator clock thing, they patched that out. And, you know, I need to fix this so that it's not using minecarts. I need to use hoppers and item elevators. You know, item elevators weren't really around yet. I don't think they had the upside down droppers when I did this. So I need to do that guy. So he's not producing any chicken now. This guy here I absolutely love. You know, he's a blast to run and everything. But, you know, let's face it. He's not exactly... Oh, thank you, Enderman. How nice of you to destroy my ride. I gotta fix that. It's not the first time that's happened. Let's see if I can hop in and go. Oh, don't hold shift, idiot. Alright. Anyway, so this guy is like, it's a nice farm. I like it. You know, I was originally going to do wheat here. That was a joke. Not nearly enough wheat is going to be produced there. So my biggest problem in my earliest designs here is I didn't go big enough. Okay, so that's one of the things I'm going to address today. I'm going to make another sugarcane farm because I'm really going to try and push the paper trade. You know, ideally I would get a infinite paper trade. I'm either going to look for an infinite paper trade or an infinite, iron trade. But they're both really hard to get. I've only just started looking into it. You know, I know they got it over on the Zip Crowd, but they have the time to, you know, to chew through hundreds of villagers until they get what they need. But let's see here. You know, I got, what, stack and a half, a little more of stuck in the worldness. Stack and a half of sugarcane, which is okay, but, you know, it's manual, you know. Manual is unacceptable in today's world, so I built this before hoppers were out, before, you know, any of the good stuff was out. And even at the time, I knew I could have done better. I mostly built this for fun. So today I'm going to build a real sugarcane farm that I can expand if I decide to. And the plan is now I'm going to do a little bit of a restructuring here. I hate you guys. I hate you all now. Shut up. So I'm going to do a little restructuring here, and I think the idea is I'm going to get paper in the top trade there, and I'm going to have my paper farm be above Merchant Hall, and have it autofill into this chest, and have a back storage, all that kind of stuff. But I need to do some planning and figure out where exactly it's going to be. It's going to require some digging back there, which I'll give you an idea when it's dug out. I'll show you how it's all gonna play out. And I'm thinking I may one of these doors here I may make to like as an access point to it. But again, this may be too far back. I'm not sure yet. So let me get some stuff ready and start digging, and I'll catch up to you guys. Hang on. Alright, I am up here on top of Merchant Hall, and I got most of my digging done. I got like just a little bit of sliver left there. But as you can see, my efficiency 5 pick is just about to kick it. So I think I'm going to head down to the Enderman farm and actually do a little enchanting there. Maybe merge some picks, you know, repair the one I got. Just, you know, maybe make some books. Just kind of play around there for a little bit. Little hitch there. But I gotta say, man, this snapshot, I saw the patch notes said something about zombies spawning when you're not looking or something like that, and they weren't kidding. Like, I'm just constantly getting attacked by zombies from random directions. I've seen them literally spawn, you know, like I look away and I look back and they're standing where there was no zombie a second ago. It's just, it's crazy. So anyways, we haven't been down here in a while. Been trying to fill up on books and stuff too, but just haven't really gotten that much done yet. So I'm gonna, let me see, what do I have here? Do I have any good efficiencies? I got a 3, no unbreakings. Still can't get the silk touch. I really want to get silk touch shears, but I just haven't taken the time. It's gonna take a long time to get. Alright, let me bang away here for a little bit then. I'm going to fix this pick, and I think I've got some other ones here. Yeah, I've got these two here. I can merge those together. That'll make a nice secondary efficiency 5 pick. So spend some time here, and then I'm going to finish up the digging, and then we'll start the build for today. Alright, hang on. And we're back from the enchanting session down there at the Ender Farm. Pretty good results. I got my efficiency 5 pick was repaired, and I actually have another efficiency 5 pick that I showed you. I merged 2 efficiency 4s. Finally got an efficiency 5 shovel. Again, a couple merges of efficiency 4s. Fixed my axe. Still no silk touch. I tried another 6 or 7 books. Level 24, I think I've been targeting. I'm not sure if that's correct or not, but I've been targeting level 24 to see if I can get the silk touch book. Still no luck there. And I don't want to waste the whole night, but did that, started gathering a bunch of resources. Got those mostly here. And I also went out and had to find a jungle biome. It turns out there was one right about that way, like 300 blocks or so. Like our other village is right over there, and it's just on the other side of that. So I went over there and chopped down a whole bunch of jungle trees, because I'm going to want to use them today, I think, for how I want to do some decorations in here. And yeah, as you can see, we're kind of sticking out the backside of our mountain here. So, you know, I've been trying to, one of the goals of this whole series has been to kind of stick within the confines of this mountain, but I think in this case I'm going to fudge it a little bit and push it back and then do a little bit of terraforming here to cover it up, because I want my sugarcane farm to come back to pretty much this wall right here. But yeah, it's, you know, what's little dirt blocks? What's a few dirt blocks? No big issue there. But I do want to, I'm going to cover this in a little bit, or with this snapshot, I'm going to have zombies raining down on me. It's ridiculous. Like, how many zombies, they just come out of nowhere, and you see them, like, trucking at you from, like, 50 blocks away, already targeting you and stuff. It's pretty crazy. And it's going to be nighttime. So, anyway, yeah, what we're going to do here is I'm going to go with a slight variation on Mumbo Jumbo's sugarcane farm that he just put out like a week ago or so. I'm going to change it a little bit, but basically I'm going to have 3 long strips here that are about 32 blocks long of automatic bud-triggered pistons that are going to push the piston or push the sugarcane into some hoppers as soon as they grow, and then it's all going to be pushed down. You know the drill. Hopper chain down here and filter it right into the chest that I mentioned before in Merchant Hall. So let me, yeah, I'm going to protect this area a little bit more here, dig out a little bit more, get a little bit more cleaned up, and start building one, and then we'll talk about how the build works. So in case you haven't seen Mumbo's video, I'm going to kind of give you a quick overview of how this works. I'm going to do my best to put a link in the description of this video so you can go check out his. As always, Mumbo always does a fantastic job on all of his tutorials. He gets to the point, makes a clear sail, and then gets out, and I love his style. So I'm a big fan of his. But anyway, the way this works is you basically got a chain of pistons here, okay? And the last one is going to be facing up like that. And we notice you have a furnace right there. So in the furnace we're going to put, let's see, 23 items of whatever, doesn't really matter. We're going to put some sand on top of the upward facing piston there. Now, you know, without finishing this off here, what basically happens is all of these pistons are going to be bud powered by that block up there. So as soon as they get any kind of update, including a sugarcane growing in front of them, they're all going to realize that they're powered, and they're going to, or whichever way I should say, whichever one gets the sugarcane is going to get the bud update, and it's going to extend. And when it extends, it updates, and therefore it's going to update all the other guys adjacent. There's going to be a big chain reaction, and they're all going to go, oh, hey, look, I'm powered. And they're all going to shoot out. And that includes this guy here, which is facing up, okay? So coming out of here is going to be a comparator, and let's say I need a couple dust, and another block. Right, oh no, wait, sorry. I go up there like that. Couple dust there, and a repeater there, and then this basically is the line that powers the pistons, or is the bud power for the pistons. So when those guys all extend because because a sugarcane grew somewhere along that line there, this guy also gets powered, and then he gets pushes the sand block up, which removes power from this whole chain here, and all those pistons go, oh, wait a minute, we're not actually powered. So they all retract, and again, that cascades all the way down. And then this guy is going to drop, and then the sand goes down with it, which repowers the whole line and prepares it for the next sugarcane to grow. It's all pretty brilliant, but you know, I'm no expert with buds. This is actually the first time I've ever used them in a build, and I had to do some figuring out on my own. So you know, some of you guys think I'm great at redstone. I'm not. I just get by, and this is one of the cases where I'm just getting by. But I really like this design because it's compact. You know, the way he powers the system with a furnace is pretty clever, so it doesn't disrupt any of the bud triggers themselves. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this concept here and run it all the way down, and then I'm going to mirror it and flop it right over here like that. And let me see, I have some sand here. I can kind of show you what the rough plan is. So mirror this whole thing now. You know, there'll be pistons like right here, and then the water is going to go right in here. So you'll kind of have a mirrored system here, and then I'm going to take that and build two more of those, one here and one here. So there's actually going to be 6 rows of, I think it's like 32, might be 31, I'm not sure. Pistons, bud powered pistons are going to go all the way down. And yeah, that's the plan. So, oh, the other thing I want to show you too, this hole here, so it's kind of nice. This heads down right to Merchant Hall, as I had mentioned before. So I'm going to use this one right here. I'm going to clean this all up, make it look a little bit nicer. This is going to be my entrance, you know, to maintain the system or just kind of get into it if I need to, even though I should never really have to. But as you can see, that line is going to run right over that staircase. So I'm going to have to do a little magic here and kind of turn that beforehand. And I think I'm going to have it kind of come over here. And in the middle column, I'm going to stop short and do a little room or something here. We'll see. Haven't figured that part out yet. Oh, I should mention also, I just ordered a new mouse, guys. I know my mouse is getting kind of wonky. It's like 5 years old, and it's a little bit jittery. Some of you guys have called me out on it, and I do appreciate doing it because, you know, I'm just used to it. But it's a little bit jerky, so hopefully we'll have a nice smooth mouse next episode. So I apologize if it's driving any of you guys crazy. But anyway, so let me pull this line all the way down and get some sugarcane growing, and we'll kind of see the system in action. And that's the basic design right there. That's one strip. It is 28 pistons long. I was incorrect before. And so the one thing... Oh, there it goes right now. Scared the crap out of me. The one thing I did that Mumbo's design didn't do, you know, not that he was even trying to do, but I basically ran it down its maximum length. So those two torches up there tell me where one ends. So that torch there on the left is where the signal from that one ends. And I basically just mirrored it over here, same exact system over here, pushing in this way, and that torch there is where that signal ends. And that's what gives us the full 28 blocks. So as you can see, as soon as any one of these sugar canes grow, it immediately just pushes it down. You know, and right now it just kind of sits there and does nothing. We'll cover that in a little bit. But that's the design. I'm pretty happy with it. So one strip is, you can see the thing's cranking already. One strip is 28 sugarcane, so there's going to be 6 strips, so that takes us to 168 sugarcane reed blocks that will be automatically harvesting. It's not a huge farm, but given that it's completely automatic, I think it's going to build up pretty damn quick. And I don't know what's going on over here. I totally miscalculated. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe it was a prior design or something, but It obviously doesn't go all the way out here. It obviously stops right here. But I think what I might do instead now is take all 6 strips and bring them, to right here, and then maybe build a little short access room back here or something. We'll have to see. And then, so yeah, I'm gonna kind of just put some music on now and start jamming and get all 6 of these built out, and then I'm gonna show you how we're gonna collect these. Hang on. Sugar. Alright, we finished the main portion of the build here. It's looking pretty good. I got the iron bars in here. Those are just to kind of help the old ricochet factor. The pistons push the sugar off, and it just helps. If you smash them right into the iron bars there, then it helps them fall right into the collection below, which we'll do in a little bit. Let's see. So yeah, one of the things I'm realizing real quick here, which, maybe you guys originally had the concern when I told you what I was going to do, is performance. This thing, all these pistons and stuff is going to kind of, every time one of them goes off, my frame rate tanks just a little bit, and I lose a little piece of my soul. No, in all actuality, though, it's like, I'm recording, so I'm only getting like 30 FPS at best, and every time one of these things goes off, it's like, boom, 21. You see that? 22. So yeah, not too happy in that regard. But on a more positive note, I've been very close to upgrading. I mentioned I'm buying a mouse. That's kind of step one. I already got a video card, so I just need to upgrade my CPU, clean out my whole thing, and just rebuild the whole machine from scratch. And when I do, I'm probably going to go beast mode on this whole thing, so, that little frame rate hitch isn't going to matter so much. I'm going to get a really nice computer, and it's going to fly, and I'm not going to care. So I consider this project incentive to upgrade. But, yeah. Oh, I had to do a little bit of on-the-fly redstone here, because that little design there, that's pretty much Mumbo's design right there, which works great for just a single strip. Because I wanted to do kind of back-to-back here, this one strip here is kind of bud powering both sides. So what I basically needed is anytime either one of these sand blocks went up, I needed this power to turn off. So I basically just jammed both comparators into a AND gate there, and then powered it up on top like that. And, when that happens, that depowers the torch. So we pretty much have the same equivalent system, but just done a little bit differently. And I did that on the 4 sections, there and 2 down here, where it was necessary. So yeah, I think we're looking pretty good here. The, down here did get a little bit more crowded, because of this overhang stuff. So, I think I'm just going to bite the bullet. I want this to look good in here, so I'm just going to terraform out here as necessary, get it looking all natural again when I'm done, but for the most part, I want to make a nice wide hallway here with kind of access points into each of these guys. So that's the last thing we're going to do. The next thing is going to be the collection down below. I already started getting some hoppers down there. Going to go straight with Mumbo's design. I put a lot of time experimenting, because it seems like no design with Sugarcane is perfect. You always get some stuck somewhere. And on this design, it seems to be like when they go right in the back there, the hoppers underneath don't seem to snag it. I actually was really entertaining the thought of doing mine carts with hoppers underneath every dirt block, and I actually did that out in creative to see how it would work, and it seemed to work better, but in the end it still had it, for whatever reason, it just didn't pick some of them up. And given the amount of resources, not that I'm afraid to use an iron here, but it just getting all those mine carts in place would have been a huge pain. But the idea was, there was going to be like right underneath the dirt block was going to be a mine cart with a hopper, and then a regular hopper chain underneath it. So the mine cart with hopper was there just to pull through the solid block. As many of you guys know, a couple of you guys pointed out in my tree farm episode that mine carts with hoppers can pull through a solid block, which is pretty sweet. Alright, so anyways, I'm going to start putting the hopper chains in, and then we're going to start decorating this thing. Hold tight. Okay, making some progress. I got all the hopper chains in now, all 3 of them. You can see down there in the distance, they kind of fall down, and that's leading into the double chest there for where I'm going to store my sugarcane. So I also dug out all this area here just to kind of open it up and see what I have, see what the line is between Merchant Hall and this. And what I think I'm going to do is just make a really nice gradual, like half slab staircase all the way down and in, so that, you know, from Merchant Hall I can just kind of gradually cruise up here. I'll cover this all in together, you know, get it all decorated nice or something, and come up here. So up here is going to be just the room that's kind of just a strip like this. I know it's a complete mess of cobble and everything right now. This is all temporary, obviously. So yeah, as I was in here, I kind of came to the quick realization that I'm going to want to be able to turn this whole system off with, you know, kind of a flick of a switch. Depower all these lines so that none of the buds will extend. So what I came up with over here, let me see if I can, well anyways, I got a sticky piston there pointing downwards, so when that guy extends, he's going to kind of scissor off that redstone signal right there, and when he does, no power will go down the line. So I'm going to do that on both ends. And then as far as in the middle here, you'll remember the wiring was a little bit different on these sections here. So all you got to do for these is power this little line right here, which will keep that torch off, which will mean no power can go down those bud lines. So all I did was add another little strip of cobble here and jammed a repeater in here, which is going to take care of those two, and then ran some wire out here to the end. So basically, if anything here is powered, you know, like this, then the whole system is off. You'll see all those lines inside are depowered now. Do this, and they're all powered again. So convenient little switch here. So I'm going to decorate this room in here, get it all looking good, or as good as I can make it, and then probably put a switch like on this wall here and just run a little vertical wiring up there. Then we'll terraform the whole outside, get it all covered up, and get it looking good. Oh yeah, so in here I think I want to go with kind of a sandstone, sand, jungle wood kind of combo thing. So as you can see here, I kind of got some staircases in place. So what I want to do is for each of these three kind of sections here, I want to be able to just, you know, walk over here and then hop up and be able to run into each section whenever I want and just hop down. And then I was kind of thinking, well, see, for a floor in here, you'll see I already got some sand down. I'm thinking of doing, you know, getting sand everywhere as a sand floor. Sand everywhere as a sand floor, yes. And then kind of do the walls. I'm not sure if there should be, oh yeah, that's got to be back one more. No, I need an X. And where's my cobble? So I'm kind of thinking something like this on the end caps. All temporary, not sure. And then let's see. Those stairs kind of point up, so maybe I'll do a little something like that to kind of lead into it. That's the idea. Got a couple other little ideas for you too. So what I'm going to do, oh, and these here, these cobble, I'm probably going to, those right there, I'm probably going to swap out for jungle wood too. So maybe I'll actually pull the wall out and just make that the exterior wall there of the hallway. So anyways, enough of my jabberjawing. Let me get going here, and I'm going to make this room look a little bit better, get the wire hooked up, and I'll show you what it looks like. It is done. Done. Definitely liking how it turned out. This is where it's all dumping in so far. This is what I've gotten since I started building it, so not too bad. I think, you know, I haven't really kind of clocked this yet, but I think it's coming in at like 1 every 5 seconds, maybe 1 every 10 seconds or so. So it's filling up pretty quick. I only have like 1 extra double chest on top of it, so I'm probably going to have to string as many as I can back there, but it's pretty tight up there. So anyways, on to the build. Let's go up here. This is where it is. I went with the jungle wood. This room right here, not even a room really, I'm not really happy with it all. I just kind of threw this together last minute. So if you guys have any ideas for what to do here, call it the hallway, I guess, if you have an idea for what to do for the hallway. You know, I got some water streams and some pumpkin lights back there and some reeds. You know, but it's too square, you know, needs something. But up here I am fairly pleased with how this turned out. This is the main room now. Whoops, the reeds tried to eat my face there. Yeah, this is how it turned out. I had to lower the floor like another 1 or 2 or something like that. I don't remember. But yeah, got little cocoa beans going everywhere. I got a couple little chests here. I'm not really sure. I feel like I should do something more with this area. The back of the mountain is right out there. I was toying with like doing a big balcony or something with a scenic overlook out into the back of my base, but decided against it because time was short. So for now, you get 4 empty chests. This is our master switch here, and I do have an admission to make. This, when I showed you guys how this redstone worked, yeah, I realized after that cut that only obviously turns off half the system, because if you remember, the redstone signal only goes down halfway. So I got to run a wire down the other end and repeat all the redstone that I showed you before on the other side, and then it'll be a master switch. But it's convenient. I like where it is. The actual sections here, I put some time into them too. A little bit of more the same theme with the cocoa beans jungle and the sandstone stairs this time. Couldn't really hide the furnace too much, but that's okay. I don't mind looking at it there. Glowstone in the ceiling, jungle wood up there, so I'm pleased. The system does miss quite a few. I see a lot of them that are just kind of sitting around. I'd probably even wager it's like 10% or so. But, I can deal with that. It's not the end of the world. So that is the actual like spawning areas there, or the growth areas. They all look the same for the most part. Well, exactly the same, I should say. Yeah, there's another one that didn't get sucked up. But yeah, this is looking pretty good, I think. All natural lighting in here with the pumpkins. I don't think I have any. Yeah, no. I got a couple torches over there. Again, wanted to do something with the ceiling. I was thinking about like just adding a little pattern, recessed or something up there a little bit more. But again, time was short and I really wanted to finish this up. But that's the system. I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. Lag is an issue, but once I get that hooked up correctly, which I'll probably just do tomorrow night, that won't be too much of a problem. And the rate it's coming in, I definitely won't have to leave it on full time. My goal is to get like 10 or 12 double chests and then just turn it off. So I'm going to wrap up the episode, guys. I definitely had a good time building this thing. So from you guys, if you have any ideas of what you want to see me build, leave a comment. I'm definitely looking to see what some of the ideas are. Don't just say witch farm, because I know that's on the list, but for whatever reason, I'm not really feeling the witch farm yet. I'm kind of looking for more like obscure little projects or something that's maybe fun. Most of the things I do so far are they're practical, gather resource things. I'm kind of looking to do something that's just kind of like a fun task. So if you have any good ideas in that range, let me know. And yeah, I'm working on a tutorial for either the next video or the one after, and it's going to be a good one. So I'm looking forward to that too. But that's going to do it for now, guys. Got my sugarcane farm, and I'm loving it. And I will see you guys next time.